Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good day to all the new international student. My name is Abdul Razif bin Abdul Razak, can call me Razif. I am the head of Visa and Pass section from Putra International Center. So in this session, we will discuss regarding visa and pass, and also how to stay legal here in Malaysia. So okay, let me move to my slide. Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate to all the international students, to the new student for the second semester 2020-2021. So I wish you all the best to study here in UPM, one of the best university among the world. Okay, so what I'm going to share with all of you today, like I mentioned just now, is on how for all the international students to stay legal here in Malaysia. So this is our function actually from Visa and Pass section. Actually what we do is we facilitate and support all the international student and expatriate. So not only student, we also facilitate all the expatriate on visa and student pass application, which is to submit to the immigration and also to the other relevant documentation. So this is our flow chart actually from student from UPM. So we are going to submit all the application through the EMGS and finally to get approval from JIM. JIM stands for Jabatan Immigration Malaysia or Malaysian Immigration Department. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, this is our organization structure at this moment. So as you can see here, me as the head of section with 8 another staff from the Visa and Pass section. Although we are among the most staff in i-PUTRA, but all of them is handling different type of application actually. So you will meet most of them inshallah in our counter later whenever you start to process all the application inside our counter. Okay, so next we move to what we do. So this is our flowchart in our website. So our website is www.intl.upm.edu.my. So actually what you can see or what you can find out in our website is that you can download or get all the flowcharts, all the checklists, and also what is the requirement. So it is very good that you can refer to our website, which is all the requirements are there. So you will be visiting our website most of the time, every time you want to make a new application. So here also I will publish our website, which is www.intl@upm.edu.my. So all the question, all the supporting document you may submit to this email, or you may also email it directly to me, which is this is my email address, arar@upm.edu.my. Okay. Next, let us go to the differences between visa and pass. So some of the students, they get a bit confused regarding visa and pass. What is visa and what is pass? So as you can see, visa is a prior approval endorsed in the passport or travel document of any foreigner permitting the holder to enter Malaysia. However, for pass, it actually is issued under any regulation made by the Immigration Act, entitling the holder therefore to enter and remain temporary in Malaysia. Okay, so visa is actually at the first time that you apply for visa approval letter, is a legal document issued by the immigration for you to enter Malaysia. So whenever a student or expatriate come into Malaysia, so they have been issuing a pass, whether it is a student pass, employment pass, or dependent pass. It depends what type of stay you are here in Malaysia. So most of you will get the student pass whenever you enter Malaysia using the single entry visa that been given you in the Malaysian embassy in your home country. Okay, so let's move on type of applications. Okay, so this is what all the type of application in our website that most of you will be encounter this type of application. So we have VAL, which is this is related to all the new international students that you have been applied before. VAL stands for Visa Approval Letter, which is a documentation you applied under EMGS and you get the approval letter from the EMGS. and to the immigration. Whenever you have the approval, you need to get the single entry visa in the Malaysian embassy in your home country to enter Malaysia. Okay, so whenever you reach Malaysia, you will be go through all the registration process, which is you need to go to School of Graduate Study, SGS, or to the academic division to proceed for your registration, and you go to our health center later on to make the medical checkup. So whenever you have the required documentation, so you can submit for the new application, which is the second application that in our website, which is new application. So whenever you are here in Malaysia, which is given only 1 year pass, or some of you may get one off pass, which is directly for 3 years. So most of you will do the renewal. Renewal means that you need to renew every time. I mean every year whenever your pass is expired. So you need to go to our website again later and download and print our checklist for renewal and submit for the renewal later. Next, we can see the dependent application, which is some of the student, mostly is postgraduate student, they may bring their dependent. They may bring their dependent to Malaysia and to be part of them to stay here in Malaysia during the whole duration of the student study until the end of their study duration. Okay, new and renewal of dependent. The next is cancellation or shortened pass. So this is applied whenever a student they already finished their study but still have long pass. Let's say the pass is valid until December, but they already finished their study, let's say on September. So they need to shorten their pass and to leave Malaysia whenever they finish their study. So this is also one of the important requirement actually for all the students that need to cancel or shorten their pass before they return back to the home country. Okay, next we have transfer sticker or transfer the pass. Okay, this is applied whenever a student have a new passport. It doesn't matter if you lose your passport during here in Malaysia, or you have a new passport because of already the validity is already expired. So whenever you have a new passport, you need to apply to transfer the sticker from old passport to the new passport. So it is important that whenever a student have a new passport, the old passport is already is cannot be used, which means that they need to transfer it to the new passport. All right. So next, I will go to the special pass. So this special pass actually is a pass given to a student or dependent to continue to a certain application. Let's say they apply for renewal, but since the student have some problem, they cannot manage to submit on time, which is let's say 1 week before the pass expired, then he or she apply for renewal. So in this case, they need to apply for special pass. Or let's say they want to leave the country, they want to return back to the home country, but their pass is already expired. So this is the pass given for the student that want to continue to any application, including if they want to leave the country. All right. Next is a visa for staff. This is for the expatriate. We also process for the expatriate application, not only for employment pass but also professional pass. All right, and also for refund. Okay, refund actually some of the students they paid extra, or they paid for different application, but they want for different application. So they are entitled to apply for refund process. So this is also in our website. So during non-MCO, Malaysian MCO, Movement Control Order, we process roughly around 8,000 applications per year. Okay, so it's a lot. Not only for renewal application, but all this type of application that we process. So total up is plus minus 8,000 application per year. Okay, so let's us move on to this is the important reminder, which is all the existing student whose student pass and their home country, whose student pass expired at their home country for more than 60 days, students are required to obtain new visa approval letter before entering Malaysia. Please note that students who fail follow this rule will not be able to get their student pass. Okay, during the non-pandemic COVID-19 issue, student pass is actually valid for 60 days in the home country, which means if they are not renewing more than 60 days, they need to apply for a new VAL again. But there is a new rule in EMGS or in immigration, which is that during the pandemic COVID-19 issues, if their pass expired even more than 90 days in their home country, they do not need to apply for VAL. They just apply for travel authorization form, which is available in EMGS website. So whenever they apply for that TAF, which is travel authorization form, they still can enter Malaysia and submit for renewal even though it is more than 3 months. Okay? So next, let us move to renewal of the student pass. Okay, this is the most important because some of the students might miss this, which is the student need to renew their student pass, which is 3 months before the student pass expired. This is important because it will take time. For the first day that student come to International Center, because this application that the student need to submit the application first, and the application need to be processed around 2 to 3 weeks before EMGS or immigration request for the passport later. So the total duration that will take for renewal process is about 3 to 4 weeks. So that's why we suggest to all the international students to come 3 months before student pass expired. Okay, during the normal situation, if the students submit application less than 7 days, they need to apply for special pass, which is that they need to pay extra to continue for the application. Alright, so let us move to next slide, which is the important info regarding the dates. So what is it means actually? So all the stamp given to you in the passport and also the dates, we need to understand, and also we need to very particular on the dates given by the immigration. Okay, on my left side, which is written there, visa on arrival, that is a stamp given by the immigration at the entry point in KLIA. Whenever students reach KLIA, whenever they enter Malaysia, immigration will chop for visa on arrival, which is the date that student needs to be looked into. Very particular on this, because some of the students, they manage to get the pass valid for 30 days, and some of the students only can get around 14 days. So they need to finish up all the application within that period of time, which is that if 14 days or 30 days, so students need to come to i-PUTRA to submit whatever document soonest as possible. Okay, in the middle is passport expired date. Okay, this is also some of the students, they miss this important date, which is passport expiry date. Alright, so although the passport normally is valid for 5 years, but some of the students, they manage to forget. So whenever they want to submit the application, the immigration will deny the application because of the passport validity date. The immigration said that the validity must be more than 18 months. But we understand some of the country, they only can issue new passport whenever the validity is less than 6 months. For in this case, students are encouraged to come to i-PUTRA so that we can discuss on how to solve the issue. Alright, so next, whenever you are given the student pass later, okay, so whenever you get the student pass later, you need to pay attention on the student pass date, the validity date. which is appeared on the pass given. Okay. So so whenever student get the pass, so normally the validity of the student pass is for 1 year. Okay, it's valid only for 1 year, and it need to be renewable every year. Okay, but for those who been given the one-off pass, which is valid directly for 3 years, so they need to pay extra careful whenever it nearly expired. So need to pay attention regarding the student pass validity date. Okay. So next, I will move into the process of cancellation and shorten of student pass. So when or what to do, or when you need to do the cancellation. Okay, first is whenever a student deferment of studies. They defer their current semester, so they want to proceed for the next semester. Or the second one is completion of study. Whenever they finish their study, so they need to cancel or shorten their student pass, like I mentioned before. And lastly is withdrawal. Whenever the student withdraw the program or their study, so they need also to come to i-PUTRA to submit for cancellation and also shorten. Okay, so what to do? So they just come to the visa and pass counter to submit the cancellation application. Okay, so some of the students ask, if I defer, why I need to cancel my student pass? Because I'm still a student. So this is actually the regulation from the immigration. So international student that come to Malaysia, the purpose is to study, and I believe all of you need to study full time in UPM. So that's why whenever student is defer, so they cannot be here in Malaysia, so they need to plan or making arrangement to leave Malaysia and return back to the home country. Okay, so next is special pass. Okay, this is the special pass, the example of the special pass. Maybe some of you already familiar with this pass given by the immigration. So student need apply for the special pass, like I mentioned just now, which is if their student pass or dependent pass will be expired within 7 days. So in this situation, if a student want to proceed for renewal, so they need to apply for special pass. Next is if they converting from current pass to the other pass. For example, like student that come to Malaysia as a dependent, but they feel like, or they like the study very much, they like UPM very much, so they want to study also. So if they want to convert from dependent pass, let's say from dependent pass to student pass, so they need to apply for special pass also. Okay, the third situation is if the current pass is expired while waiting for extension. Let's say they apply for renewal process, like I mentioned just now, it will take around 3 to 4 weeks, but their pass is expired by that time. So in order to be legal here in Malaysia, student may apply for special pass. This special pass, normally immigration will give around 30 days, but depends on the country also, or depend on what type of application that you want to apply. Immigration will only give sometimes only 14 days. So whatever it is, you need to finish up all the application within the time range given. Okay, but some of the students ask, why if I cannot? Why I cannot cannot suit the time given by the immigration. Let's say I need more time. Okay, actually special pass can be applied until 3 times. Okay, if you cannot apply within 30 days given by the immigration, you can apply for second special pass, which is for another 30 days, and third special pass is only given by the immigration if only they feel that you are needed for the third special pass. Okay. Next, let us move to transfer pass or transfer sticker. Okay, like I mentioned in this early of my presentation, these are two situations that students need to transfer their pass, which is maybe some of you will be required this process. which is the first situation is that if you have a new passport but the visa is still valid. Okay, the second situation is if you change or lost the passport. Okay, some of the students they didn't keep their passport well actually, so it will turn damage or water damage, which is it is not accepted by the immigration. So they need to apply for the new passport, although that their pass is still valid. So in this situation, the student need to transfer their pass from old passport to the new passport. Okay. All right. That's all. So next, I will move to what any type of that you need to change your student pass. Okay. Some of the students they have been through this type of application, which is these are 4 types of application that students need to change their visa. I mean, need to change their student pass. First is progression, second variation. Variation also it divided into 2, which is variation intra and also variation inter, and the fourth is conversion. So all these type of application, whenever you feel like you want to change your program, or you want to change your university, or you want to progress from one lower level to a higher level. Let's say for progression. Progression means that you proceed to further to a higher level of study. Let's say you're doing your bachelor degree here in UPM. Then you want to proceed to master. Then you want to proceed for the PhD. You can apply for you can apply for progression application without leaving Malaysia. So you may do so. All right. So next is variation intra. Variation intra means that if you want to change program, but it is in the same university. Let's say you want to first you have been offered in faculty of economy, then you want to change to faculty of veterinary. You may do so by applying for the variation intra. All right, but please pay extra attention regarding this variation intra, because you are only can apply within the first year, which is within the 2 semesters. Okay, please don't come to i-PUTRA in your 10th semester, which is in your 5 years in here in UPM, but you say that you want to change your program to be the other faculty. That one is not possible. So for those that they feel like they are not suitable, they cannot study to a certain faculty. If they want to change, they may do so, but only in the first year of study. Okay. Number 3 is variation inter. Variation inter means that if you want to change program between university, let's say you have been offered in the other university, but you want to change to UPM. Yes, of course, you may do so. You may come to our office, you may come to i-PUTRA and apply for variation inter. So the application is still the same. You may apply it and you may change from one university to the other university. Number 4 is conversion. Although it is not so frequently happen in UPM, but this option is given to student, which is to convert to a higher level of study. But this type of application, I mean this conversion, is for those that doing bachelor degree, but he is very good in his study or in her study. They can convert directly to PhD. So from bachelor degree to PhD, they also may do that by applying for conversion. All right. So next, I will go to the general process at the counter. Okay, this is our operation hours during the MCO. So normally we operate from Monday to Thursday, only in the morning, which is from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And we are closed on Friday. Okay, so this is our operation hour during MCO. If it's announced otherwise, so our operation hours is actually until the afternoon. Okay, Friday we are closed because all the filing, because we cannot accept any application on Friday, because all the application we're going to submit on the next working day. So that's why if you submit on Friday, so we cannot submit on Saturday or on the weekend. Alright? So please visit our website time to time to see what is our latest counter operation hour. Okay? And during the MCO also, we have doing appointment for students that wanted to come to i-PUTRA to submit application. So because it is, we need to obey to the university regulation under the SOP, which is all the students that who wanted to come to our office need to apply for appointment. So this is also in our website. If you feel like you want to submit any application later, please go to the link given, which is, this is a Google link actually. You apply for the empty slot, which slot it is available, so that you can come to our office to submit any application. We also put there our emergency phone number and also our email. Or some of the students, they just want to submit an additional document, so they also can submit at the email given without coming to our office. So besides the Google form, they also can scan the QR code given for easier access to the Google form. Alright, next, this is our general process in the counter. So student will fill up the checklist given in our website, which is from intl.upm.edu.my. Student will choose whatever application that they want. So they need to download and prepare all the documentation in the checklist and come on the appointment date. So whenever the appointment date arrives, so they come to our office and apply and go to the information counter or the ticket counter. So the student will choose whichever application that they need to do from A until E, or they can refer to our officer in charge in the information counter for the right process or the right application. Okay, next is they wait at the counter and submit document whenever their number is being called. So student will take a ticket number and wait for their turn at the waiting area. So once the number been called, student need to submit complete documents at the visa and pass counter. Alright. So next is number 4 is document processing. Okay, whenever we receive all the application, we're going to process it immediately, which means that in the afternoon. So we're going to process the application, and we promise to all the students we will going to submit to EMGS through the STAR system within 3 working days. So that is our promise. But if during the non-MCO, we are going to submit all the application actually on the next working days. So we try to submit it soonest as possible actually. So although it is, we receive few hundreds application per day, but we try to submit all the application on the next working day. Alright. Okay, next is we submit, like I mentioned just now, we submit document to EMGS and to Immigration Department. So i-PUTRA will submit student application to the Immigration Department or EMGS within 3 working days, or normally on the next working day. Alright, so some of the students, they can see the status change a few hours after the next day, the next working day. They can see the changes of their status. Okay, student can visit to EMGS website and they can monitor their application by the status given by the EMGS. Just open the EMGS portal and track your application, and then you can see what is the status of the application. Let's say at the middle of the application, they will ask for additional document. So EMGS will highlight an issue. So student can come and submit the additional document, or they can email us also so that we can submit it to EMGS. Alright, most of the application status will be on percentage, which means that whenever it turns to 45% or 50%, student can come to our office to submit passport. But for the new student, whenever the percentage reach 80%, student can make appointment and submit passport to our office. Alright. Okay, number 6. This is the student applicant. Sorry, this is a student or applicant can check their application status on the EMGS website. This is what I mentioned just now. Student can track their application if there is any issue at the student status, application status, or in their EMGS website. Okay, so whenever it reach 100%, whenever student monitor their application and the application reach 100% status, student can come to our office to collect their passport at the visa and pass counter a day after completed date. Let's say they receive the 100% notification today, they can start to make appointment on the next working day to come to collect the passport. Alright, it is not the same day actually. So whenever the passport is ready, EMGS will highlight a notification that the passport is ready, which is 100%. But bear in mind that our representative still need time to collect the passport at the office, and also student can come on the next working day or on the appointment date. Alright. So this is some of the contact numbers that student need to pay attention, which is the contact number for EMGS and also visa and pass section. So for EMGS, we are dealing with one in the TA1 tower, which is in Kuala Lumpur. So that is their phone number and also the email address. So for those students that having problem, they also can email directly to EMGS and can ask for advice from EMGS. But most of you will come to our, or they can contact to visa and pass section at the address given, that is the phone number, and also to the email given. Alright, I think we don't have the Q&A next. Okay, thank you very much. So I wish all of you all the best. Hope that we can see you in our International Center or i-PUTRA, and I wish you good luck. Thank you very much.